Welcome to Raw Talks episode 3, where we tear down best marketing strategies and I call in industry expert to do the same. Today we have on the panel Agrim Mittal, who is actually the digital marketing manager behind Internet Moguls. Internet Moguls is one of the leading hotel marketing service provider in India. So without wasting any further time, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you stay tuned and let's begin. Hi everyone, I have Agrim with me finally. First of all, Agrim, welcome to the show Raw Talks episode 3.
Thank you, Raghav. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Thank you so much. So Agrim, what is the discussion for today's episode be gonna all about? Because it's about PPC. So which industry are we primarily focusing upon?
So today we are going to be focusing about the hospitality industry and hotel industry because it's one of the industry which is really got impacted on a downer side due to this whole COVID and pandemic situation. So we're going to explore some options that today hotels and hospitality industry have in terms of online marketing.
Right. So that brings me to my first question because everybody is going to start their marketing campaigns really soon because we have seen the unlock situation going primarily fair enough for India.
Right.
Everybody is trying their best way to promote hygiene, promote the best precautionary measures. So when we first talk about a marketing campaign on Google Ads, I want to know your take. Which type of campaign, when I talk about search, display, YouTube, application, and all that, which type of campaign is the most suitable one or conversion oriented one that you recommend for any hotel who is starting up with their marketing strategy on PPC?
So a hotel should always start from a search campaign. It is a strategy which is never been out of fashion because a search campaign, when we talk about a traditional search campaign for especially for hospitality industry, so these are the people who are actually interested and looking out for a hotel in your particular area of particular price point in on search engine. So these are the customers you should target first, and then you should be focused around retargeting those customers on YouTube and Google Display Network and using different RLSA campaign and different campaigns. So that should be your first approach. And basically, it's search campaign also have different levels, but we are going to talk about it later in our talk.
Right. We're going to talk about it. So I think it gives me a brief insight that start from search always because the intent is more oriented there of a customer. Is it what you're saying, Agrim?
No doubt about it.
Right. So when now we are talking about or emphasizing about search particularly, I want to know because when you talk about search, there are 10,000 keywords that Keyword Planner will suggest you always for
Right.
any type of hotel, for any type of suggestions you would ask for.
Mhm.
What are the prime ways of actually theming those keywords into the campaign or the campaign making strategy that you recommend for a hotel?
So after doing it like these search campaigning for almost more than 50 brands across India and globe, I have found this strategy for myself, and I recommend. I always teach this to people under me, and I also this showed this strategy and proved it that this actually works. So strategy goes like this: I always develop 3 campaigns for one property. For one property, there are 3 campaigns. So one is super relevant, second is relevant, and third is common. So the kind of keyword that I put in super relevant will be, so suppose if I have a 4-star hotel in Pitampura, and now we have to develop a search campaign around this property. Now my super relevant campaign have a keyword will have 6 ad groups, okay, and 2 set of keywords and 6 ad groups. So first set of keywords will be the same people who are looking for same category hotel in the same smaller geographical location, which is 4-star hotels in Pitampura, Delhi. So anyone who's looking for 4-star hotel in Pitampura is super relevant to me. and if you're a PPC guy and people who will be watching all this, they know that we cannot bid same on all keywords. That's why we are segregating into super relevant. So we should bid highest on these keywords
Yeah.
which have same category and same small geographical area.
Right.
So that's the first. And the second type of keyword we will have in this campaign is transactional oriented keywords,
Okay.
buy a hotel or a hotel under this particular range. Suppose if I put uh, hotel under 5,000 in Pitampura, or buy hotel or buy a room in hotel in Pitampura. So there's a lot. So when the transactional keyword is there, that
Right.
of that particular hotel, of that particular category of hotel in that particular location is there, then it will be in super relevant campaign. Or if the same category of hotels in the same geographical area. The second campaign will have basically again two sets of keywords. The first set of keywords will be the same category of hotel but a broader geographical location. So suppose four-star hotels in South Delhi or in West Delhi, wherever Pritampura is. And so now we have a bigger geographical area but same category, people who are looking for same category. Or the vice versa, if someone is looking for a hotel but we don't know the category to it, but he or she is looking for a hotel in Pitampura. so
Okay.
so same geographical location, smaller geographical location, Pitampura, but category of hotels you are not defined. Amount or what the customer is willing to spend is not defined in his keyword.
Right.
So that will be irrelevant. Where there is a category defined, where there is the intention of how much he or she can pay, the customer pocket is defined in the keyword, but with a bigger geographical area, again that comes in
Right.
relevant campaign. The
Got it.
third type of campaign is pure branding, and you will bid very less on this particular campaign, which is common campaign, and it will be that you don't know the category of hotels they are looking for, and the geographical location is also very big, like hotels in Delhi. So yes, so whatever, if you're bidding 1 or 2 rupees per click on the third category, and you're getting, no, if even if you're spending or not spending, it's purely you cannot expect expect anything out of that particular campaign.
Got it.
But right, so this is the strategy that I go about. Again, one more specification for these campaigns: for super relevant and relevant campaigns, always have three sets of ad groups for each set of keywords. Suppose if I'm going for, in my super relevant campaign, I'm going for a set of keywords for four-star hotels in Pitampura, right? So I
Right.
will develop three campaigns again, three ad groups for this, which is because we cannot predict. Even Google keyword planner cannot give us all the keywords that people type, right? So we use certain modifiers, broad modifier and phrase
So you're
modifier.
saying the replication should be with respect to match type.
Right, of course.
So
So
let's just summarize this up because I think that has been too explanatory.
right,
Um, First, we are talking about super relevant campaigns. Correct me if I'm wrong anywhere.
right,
Uh, First, we're talking about super relevant campaigns. When we are talking about a specific type of property in that exact specific location.
right,
Right. For example, I live in Pitampura. So a four-star property in Pitampura. It has the property, it has the location.
right,
Second is when we talk about budget specific and that hotel or something. So hotel room under 15,000 is the
right.
super relevant. Or do you want it to consider with four-star hotel room?
No, not four-star, but a buying or transactional. When
Transactional intent. Got it.
right.
So we are talking about hotels under 15,000, which suits our category or suits our budget and suits our transactional orientation of the campaign.
Mhm.
Then it becomes under the super relevant, right?
Right,
Then we switch on to the next campaign, which is relevant. Relevant, when we talk about particularly, we drop one thing or the other. We are not talking about four-star hotel. We are talking about just hotel in Pitambura,
right,
right? Or we are dropping this. So four-star hotel in Northwest Delhi or West Delhi or Delhi,
Right.
right? We are dropping
Exactly.
one of the two emphasis that we did on super relevant,
Right.
right? And the third one is common, also called as generic in a normal language of adverts, when we specify barely something, when people are just looking for hotels in Delhi or
Right.
hotels in some specific area which is somewhere far to Delhi, right? In the proper geographical location, but not specifying to the hotel or not specifying the transactional intent, anything that is very common or lower intent that we will be pitching for,
Right.
correct?
Bullseye. That's
Perfect.
bullseye.
That gives me a brainstorming insight rather, Agrim. I really loved the insight that you did put there. So, Agrim, I wanted to know about your thought procedure about how do you see, because when we are talking about the COVID scenarios, people are actually not willing to go that far or to the places that like certain commute is not possible even in this stage of unlock. So, do you think near me type of keywords or weekend getaways type of keywords or specific geographical or radius location targeting type of is having an opportunity that is untriggered at the moment?
So there are different category of hotels. We must understand this. There are city hotels, there are destination hotels, and
Mhm.
we will search differently for both of them.
Right.
Okay. So if a destination property is there, we it cannot never be found with a near me keyword, right?
Right.
Because we will first book a hotel and then go to the destination.
Mhm.
But for a city's property like Delhi, we can maybe find a hotel with a near me keyword, right? So if you're a hotel owner or if you're someone who's doing a PPC advertising for a hotel, you first must understand this point, that who is your target audience and what purpose they meet when they visit your hotel. Is it about their business meetings? Is it about leisure? Is it there can be a couple of things, but
Right.
right. So you should know the exact target audience and why people generally most of the time come to your hotel. So accordingly you have to so my suggestion was that if you're a city hotel, then yes, it can work, but for the purpose that your server, your
Destination hotel.
right,
With click.
your hotel is serving. Suppose I'll give you an example. If I have a three-star hotel in Pitampura, and it is basically meant for business needs. So keywords can be like business meeting near me, your business conferences, your business
All near
conference
me.
hall near me. So now you can target those keywords because your hotel can serve that purpose.
Right.
Right, but destination, let me tell you, destination hotels can never use these kind of keywords,
Mhm.
and especially in these times, COVID, you won't go in that amount of uncertainty that you're first reaching to a certain destination and then you're looking for hotel. That will
Near me.
never happen, at least not now.
Yeah. That gives me a, in fact, that gives the entire scenario for how you should actually approach the marketing when it comes about PPC. You should, we talked about the entire theming of the campaign. We also talked about how to approach near me or the weekend getaway oriented keywords. I wanted to talk about how impactful is display or the remarketing, because this is one of the things that I have seen general clients taking it leniently when they begin. So, do you think remarketing or the retargeting holds greater potential if done right?
I think definitely, Raghav, it has a great potential when it comes to Google Display Network and YouTube and remarketing through all these channels. And it definitely increases the brand recall value. That's for first, and it can also be conversion oriented, but if done in a
Right
good,
way.
right, right. So the best strategy that I have used and implemented for certain brands and they really got good conversions out of a display campaign. That So those display campaigns were only targeting the remarketing audience for website visitors or people who bounced off from the booking engine. If you know what booking engine, of course you know what booking engine is. So if we are targeting these people specifically with a video on YouTube, then
Mhm.
this particular strategy is working really well even today. And
Right.
and I won't name the brands, but certain brands are using this particular strategy very effectively even after Corona. I'll tell you how. So, you and me, we are both travel geeks as well. So if we are not traveling these days, right? So why we are not traveling? We all know why we are not traveling, because we have this scare due to pandemic, this all pandemic situation. But if someone insures me, our friend or an advertiser insures us that they can provide us a travel, COVID free accommodation or meals and conveyance, then would we take a decision? Maybe, maybe
Hmm.
not, but still it is a maybe. But right now we will not think of it, because of the situation. So so these hotels are remarketing with a similar video, where they're showcasing in the video that their whatever their staff, whenever their staff is entering, their laundry process, their kitchen process, their housekeeping, especially the housekeeping, because those are the people who are entering your room. So all these people are being checked while entering the hotel. So a short clip on YouTube retargeting customers who bounced off from your cart,
Booking. Yeah.
booking engine, cart in, because a lot of people consider booking engine as hotel carts, right?
Right.
So that's a good strategy to go about in remarketing campaign. And in terms of display campaigns, when banners are there, it I think it is totally meant for recall value. And it in my experience, the conversion rate, you should not expect, ROI from that such a campaign. But
Hmm.
in the long term, yes, it will do the branding for you, and yes, it will, increase the traffic on your website in a longer period of time.
Right. There is one other thing that I wanted to talk about, value proposition, and it was a question by one of my students as well. So I wanted to know about, there are many offers that hotels run in order for user acquisition. So some offer complimentary breakfast, another extended night stay, or some people ask for free swimming pool or anything of that sort. So there is some value proposition that is binded as an offer that generally works as focusing on conversions, or they give an event pass that they are daily running, or the bonfire systems that are primarily considerate. So, which value proposition, because you have run a lot of campaigns and I know you in person as well. So, which value proposition is the main proposition that if someone has to come with an offer as a hotel, which value proposition would you like to put in front of the customer so that this becomes more convincing? Apart from hygiene, because hygiene is a must now, it's not a value proposition
Again,
anymore.
Raghav, the answer is the same. You need to know your audience. You need to know, if you're a destination hotel, why do people visit your property? If
Okay.
people are visiting your property for business purposes, then maybe you can give them a free conference, 1 hour conferencing, or free high speed internet, or
Right.
something like that. If they're totally there for leisure, then maybe free meals, or a taxi, or a I don't know, a cocktail
Convenience.
party. Yes, a cocktail, maybe some
Hmm.
kind of. So accordingly, it will change according to your hotel and your target audience. And but one thing in particular, if you know, of course, you know about online travel agents. So if you're doing PPC, that those will be your competitors.
Hmm.
So this is a very common scenario, especially in India, that whatever price that we find on a hotel website, suppose you're getting a four-star hotel at 6,000 rupees in
Right.
Pitampura, right? The same hotel will be on a different online travel agent, will be on a cheaper rate, and with other benefits as well. So if you're a hotel owner and you're running, so you need to make sure that if your price is not matching the OTA's price, so what you
Hmm.
can do, you can formulate these packages and really push on the customers. And another thing that these PPC guys or hotel owners should keep in mind, that even if they're getting the first time booking from the online travel agents, okay, they should ensure that the second time, whenever the customer is coming back to their hotel, it should be from their website, or through a direct booking, or through a walk-in. It should not be again from the OTA, because on OTA you need to pay 30% commissions to them. So I think that should be the strategy to go about.
That's amazing, Agrim. I really loved how you actually told about first, make sure the pricing is competitive with the OTAs, and second, put the offer in such a way that it becomes more convincing. And the basic OTAs is, we cannot just escape this format. So if first person is coming via OTA, second time when they are coming as a returning visitor for obvious reasons, they should consider your website first.
Right.
This is what we are actually putting into the
Right.
scenario. So, Agrim, one of the questions that I would like you to answer, because this is something for beginners that I have. If I'm a freelancer today and I want to approach a client that is into the hotels, and I want to pitch them something that they become my client. So, what is the strategy that I should formulate or put in my proposal that becomes convincing to them and I manage their PPC?
So, Raghav, first and foremost, if I'm a freelancer, I will to create any sort of plan or any sort of proposal for I need to understand the hotel in and out. Where they're getting business from, what is their season of the year, and how much occupancy they have on season and off season. So, and then I will, as a PPC consultant or as an advertiser, I will make sure that how I can give them 100% occupancy during their season time, and still somewhere around 60 to 70% occupancy off season time as well. Okay. So, and I will create my strategy around this. So, a hotel will tell you that we don't want you when their season is going on. They will tell you that why should we hire you when we already have 100% occupancy rate. So then you can tell them that I can increase your price of per hotel average room rate, which we call. We can increase your average room rate, and I can still give you the 100% occupancy. So that will be something worthwhile for the hotel as well. And then during off seasons, if you just tell them that I will get your hotel on a daily basis or a weekly basis, your hotel occupancy rate will be 60-70%, then it will be enough for them to get you on board.
Yeah.
Secondly, you should know that what amount of business, suppose if I'm sitting on season, I'm a hotel owner, I'm sitting on season and my occupancy is 100%. So my consultant should know that how many out of 100%, what amount is going for walk-ins, what amount is going for OTAs, and what amount is coming from direct website. On a general scenario, if I talk about these ratios, then 50% in all scenarios, in city scenarios and in destination scenarios as well, are walk-ins till date. Like on destination, it has decreased when we are moving to the technology side of things now in 2020 and beyond. So the walk-ins are reducing for destination places, but for cities, still 50% of the or 60% of the business comes from walk-ins only.
Okay.
People who see your board and they just walk in. And the second is always OTAs, because there's so many of them. You need to manage their listings as well. And if you can manage a hotel's listing, that will be a very good add-on to your portfolio if you want to work for a hotel or a hotel brand. And the third will be and the last amount of business that they're getting is from their hotel website or from their own campaigning, and you're only pitching them about their 10%. For most of the brands and for most of the hotels, you're only pitching them about for their 10% of business, and you may be affecting it on a, if we talk on a number level, then you may differ 1 to 2%. If you talk if you really work hard, really work and your strategies are good, and you can really generate some revenue out of your efforts, PPC efforts, still you're gonna make 1 to 2% difference. So now your challenge is that how to convince them that yes, you can not only increase their this direct conversion ratio, which is 10%, bring it to 15 or 20 maybe. And you need to also make sure that you can put in a strategy in place that whenever someone is visiting second time, they won't book for more. So this is
Right.
something which is mandatory should be mandatory in your hotel proposal, at least the proposal that you're putting in.
Thank you so much for giving this as a comprehensive insight, I would rather say. I really loved the concept of increasing the ARR first of all. If you pitch that, even if you're 100% occupancy and you still claim that ARR can be the missing opportunity that we can cater to, this even sounds much more convincing as a great start. And I love how you accommodated of how hotel listing can be an add-on to your portfolio, your skills, and an additional service that can bring you additional income. That gives me
Definitely.
insight. Something really about beginners that I would like you to guide is there are two things basically. First is people think that Google Ads is fading because it's more moving towards automation always. Bidding strategies, RSAs, DSAs working very well. So I would like to know about your take on how do you think automation can affect digital marketing when we specifically talk about Google Ads. And second, um, what importance does Google Ads certification hold when you're looking out for a job in a marketing agency, like you are working in a marketing agency? So, what importance does a Google Ads certification hold?
So, pointing out to the second question first, about Google Ads certification, I don't think it will matter very much. Okay, because I have took literally of hundreds of interviews by now for PPC, and people who just graduated from a digital marketing institute, and they have their their Google Ads certification done as well. So I know for a fact, as I advertise, as a because I have given those exams as well, I know that they can be cheated first,
Hmm.
and secondly, that it don't comes with any kind of practical knowledge, even if you're just reading. So I won't, if you're a fresher, if I'm looking for a fresher, then yes, I would consider you on top if you have a Google Ad certification. But if I'm looking for an experienced guy, then I won't consider you. If you have a ad certification, you won't matter to me until unless you have an experience.
Coming to the second question about automation, how do you see that?
Okay, so the automation part, I think it's great. That Google, I don't think like any company is as innovative as Google. So when we talk about their, of course, they are in a building phase, still in a building phase right now. They're testing and testing things out. Every now and then we see a new feature coming up. So I think it's great, and the future is this as well, only automation. Right now, we all see that there's some kind of manual work also going on, putting in negative keywords, searching out for negative keywords. All this will be done through automation by setting some kind of rules, and we will see in near future as well that there will be if else condition. There will be coding to Google Ads as well, where you can just give, if this kind of search terms appear in your search results, then you will just put in negative keywords.
Yeah.
So I
I think
think
we have a scripts option, but that is not much known to people.
right. So talking about these DSAs and all these new type of campaigns, I think they are great as well, because you can never test out so many options through your ads that a computer can do, right?
Yeah.
So if they're testing out in options for you, and they're giving you the best options, that yes, people are responding to this particular option, this particular set of lines, and this particular set of content, then it's great, and you can accordingly manually run your campaigns separately using those feedbacks that they gave you. So I think it's great, automation is working great, and in future as well it will just improve.
So learn more about marketing automation if you have to stay intact and being dynamic as the role of a true advertiser, right?
Definitely, and I think you should also get into how it's being done.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much, Agrim, for being the part of Raw Talks episode 3. It was a pleasure having you on board.
Thank you. It's the pleasure was all mine, Raghav. And let me tell you, this is the first time that I'm doing something like this. So I'm honored, and thank you for having me, Raghav.
And that was Agrim Mittal speaking about all the marketing efforts that a hotel needs to put for getting their marketing strategies right. I hope this video was insightful and resourceful to you. If so, please like and
put down in the comment what was the favorite part that you liked about this video. I will see you in the next video.